Jimmy said he could handle this. Oh, he's from Los Angeles. Oh.
You are listening to episode 41 of the Let's Go podcast. My name is Justin.
My name's Kelly.
And guess what? We are not alone today. Well, if there's two of us, we really can't be alone. But you know what I'm saying.
So your name is the Lone Rangers.
But there's three of you.
You're not exactly lone.
Nope. Today, our third ranger hails from parts
Many
unknown
places.
in many places. Give it up for our rad friend, Eric Melville.
We got rad friends, rad friends, rad friends.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, Eric Melville. How you doing? It's your second time back.
This is my second time back.
Second appearance?
Number 2.
Number 2, man.
Thank you.
Number 2.
Oh, we're glad that you're here.
I'm glad to be here. It feels good.
Feels good. Feels good to be
Feels
back.
really
beautiful
good.
day outside,
It's a
actually.
great day, and we're indoors, so that's always good.
No,
Makes a lot of sense.
I'd rather be outside. It's nice today.
Yeah, it's super nice today.
It's not like 100 degrees.
Maybe we'll get this show wrapped up soon, and then
You know, it'd be the perfect thing to enjoy in a nice day like this.
tell me.
A frosty cold beer.
Oh, baby!
Beers, all kinds of beers. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese beers. Glug, 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 glug.
All right, so we're such good friends that we totally forgot that Eric cannot partake in the suds because he's having an adverse reaction to wheat. But I think
I'm
he's going to
straight
try
edge now.
He's
That's
straight
really what
edge
it is.
now. His edge is strong. What's up, Ian McKay? Shout out to Fugazi, minor threat. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Today, again, I know we keep doing this, you guys.
Oh no, I smelled it. I'm passing out.
We keep saying we're going to try something different, but I couldn't help. It's something from Stone again, but you know what? It's not like
jeez.
Stone's a bad thing. Stone is a great thing. It's a delicious thing, and they make quality product. I was cruising my local Trader Joe's.
Local Trader
Shout out
Joe's.
to Mike Simpson, who said, you should try this. And I was like, okay, but I was like, I already bought it. I bought it yesterday. I
Well,
thought he
it
was talking about
smells
something else.
delicious, so good job, Mike Simpson.
Yeah, there you go.
Mike
And
Simpson.
it's just artwork on a bottle. First off, I always buy stuff based on the artwork on the bottle.
I know.
That's just where I'm at. But just giant green looking bug, octopus, like monster on this bottle. And you know,
an
the
octopi?
huh? Something like that, dude. And it's like this really white and amazing green color and just pops off this label. I just love when a label pops, you know? So anyways, it's a tropical double IPA with a death metal kick to the cod piece. That's what it
To the
says.
what?
Yeah,
a
to the what piece?
A tropical double IPA with a death metal kick to the cod piece.
Cod piece?
Cod piece, man. A cod
Okay,
piece.
I was making sure. It sounded like you said something else, and I was like, I don't know any guy that wants to be kicked there.
Well,
No.
that's what it is, though. A cod piece is it's insinuating the place where you don't want to be. So, a global collab from Stone, Beavertown, and Garage Project. So, Beavertown, I've had a lot of their different things. They do like the peanut butter one.
You're thinking of Belching
Oh,
Beaver.
yeah, those
Yep,
are different.
never mind. Cancel
Those are
that.
different. That's
So-
high waters.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, anyways, so
Whatever.
Here's what it's telling you here on the bottle. Careful now. You're holding liquid metal in your hands. Glorious, crank it to 11 cacophony
T2?
is what happens when intense tropical fruit gets in flashpot edition of pyrotechnic heat from the habanero. Anyways, I'm not going to read all of this. You can go check it out yourself. But this thing,
It's very unfiltered. You can't even see through this
you
glass.
can't, dude. Like
It's like orange juice.
yeah, it's walls. You can hang posters on this glass and heavy metal posters.
Yeah.
Where's Kelly? I don't know.
Yeah.
Not through the glass.
So it's called Fruitallica, and it looks awesome. It's a Monster Double India Pale Ale with Yuzu, kiwi, and habanero. So this is how dangerous this is. This is not just death metal to the extreme. I'm allergic to kiwi. friends.
So we're
I don't
taking all
know.
sorts of risks today.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like...
Except for Eric, he's not going to dive
Man,
in.
it
He's not going to take
Well, here's
the
the
risk.
thing. I'm like...
Guilt me into it smells amazing, so
Yeah.
maybe I should just
Maybe
like
have a sip.
even just like a sip.
I'm not going to
no,
peer pressure you.
No
I
peer
love
pressure.
you.
We're just,
Maybe just a sip, though, man.
What are you
Hey,
guys
just
gonna
take a sip.
just a sip, just for a
Just a
second,
sip,
Yeah.
dude.
just to see how it feels.
I was talking to someone about peer pressure the other day. Like, when you're in high school and people are offering you drugs,
Come on,
and you
man.
say
Everyone
no,
else is drinking it.
You say no.
like the commercials are like, dude, you're not gonna do it, you know, and then fill in the blank. Some
We just
bad
talked
word.
about this like
It doesn't
2
make
episodes ago.
sense. My people weren't like that. They're like, oh, you don't want to do
dude.
this? That's cool for me.
I didn't
My
know anything
people.
about drugs until they did commercials that told me not to do them.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
right?
what's drugs? Everyone's skateboarding and having a good time. Hey, want to do some drugs? No, man.
Let's go do some drugs.
You're like, what helps my
baby.
kickflip?
Huh?
Do drugs help it, or do they not help it?
Well,
or is
it makes you
neutral?
probably think you did a better job.
No.
But I always
It's all
said no
phase.
because
False.
that's what they told me. But I was never interested anyways.
Yeah.
By the way, I was like 8. Like, you don't do drugs when you're 8. But that's when they played the commercials. You're like, I'm going to watch Gummy Bears. And it's like, don't do drugs.
And my brain's gonna turn into a fried egg.
Yeah.
Oh
Anyways.
my gosh.
All right, so we're about ready to clank this off. Oh, Eric, he's going to do it. Here, let you guys know, listeners, we didn't tell Eric to do this.
Is he gonna?
Kelly
try it?
did
He's-
tell him to take a sip, but I'm trying
I mean,
to.
like literally, like put a tip on your palate.
it
It's not
smells
gonna,
so good.
Yeah, right.
All right, ready, guys? Friends.
Friends. Ooh, that's delicious.
Oh, man.
Just
That's
know
really
that
good.
my time away from beer has not been pleasant. So it's not what I'm asking.
Yeah, we're not.
for.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
But that is delicious.
Right.
I miss the deliciousness.
It's like wine. You know, you sip wine. You don't just chug wine.
Yeah.
I mean, you might chug beer from time to time, but like
Don't
right
chug
now,
beer. Be
You
responsible
just
and-
When
you
you're
did
at
a
the
little.
river, you
You did
chug
a little
it.
sniff. Now, if you would spit it back
I
in the
can't
glass,
see Kelly. I can't see.
That's sophisticated.
yeah, you would have been like sophisticated if you just spit it back in the glass, or if we had like a spittoon or something that you could like
There's
spit
nothing
into.
sophisticated about that.
That way, it just gets on your palate, and you're like, I can taste this and
was
taste that.
good.
And look at Justin.
You can't even see Kelly.
We're in the middle of recording.
We're in the middle of recording. I'm actually going to make a video of this because this needs to be captured. This needs to be captured.
It's very foggy in there. There's a lot of sediment, as they would call it.
A lot of sediment. There's a lot of sediment going on. Yeah.
It is delicious though, and like I don't know. I don't even get the habanero unless like get a little bit of like peppery after, and it kind of makes your tongue numb.
It's a peppery after.
But it's really great.
A peppery.
I would highly recommend this if you're into the beers
Oh, that's me.
and want to try it.
All right, here we go. I'm live. This is live. So when you're listening to the show, maybe you follow this on the show Instagram. So currently, I cannot see Kelly because there is so much tastiness right here. Kelly's there. He's behind this. Oh, there he is. Hey, Kelly.
Hey guys,
Concentrated,
But
tasty.
nope. That's how delicious this is.
Tis.
There you go. Toots magoots.
So, anyways, instant vote. I'm gonna say let's go and a half. Eric,
Simone,
you're gonna agree with my let's
that's
go and
the
a half.
same. I hope that means the same because I don't speak other languages.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for trying, though.
Yeah, so hopefully that's not
We
offensive.
appreciate the attempt.
Yeah. Thanks for trying that.
No, it was really good. I'm on board. I think you should do the highest rating system.
Justin,
Yeah, this is for
Gotta
me.
go.
I'm gonna say this is a gotta go. This is really
Yeah.
good, man.
Yeah.
Go out and get this. I think it's a limited edition. It's a 2017 Stone collaboration, so they don't tend to repeat that stuff. But I think this is delicious.
they don't
Man,
repeat that junks.
I can feel the habaneros, like not like in a big. It's spicy, but I can feel like the resonance of it.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
you get
it's
that kind of
nice.
after, like
Yeah.
it just kind of sits there, and you're like, ooh, it's got a little zippy.
It's in my
zippy.
throat now. It's convenient that it's a heavy metal beer because this will make you sing some heavy metal. Like I can already feel it in my throat. Yeah. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me the official beer of James Hetfield.
Yeah, right.
So I don't think he drinks beers anymore. I don't know. Anyways,
Well, maybe.
this is really good. You
No,
guys.
he doesn't.
He
no.
shouldn't.
He doesn't.
Probably.
He shouldn't. Yeah, like you. But Lars is
heard-
always
I
like,
heard him on
hey,
a podcast.
Go just have a sip there, James. Oh, Napster, and then like done.
Napster and then done.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, so that was good. Check it out.
Check it
Fruitallica.
out. Check it out.
You know what I wish we could do more at movies?
Yeah.
Drink beer.
Drink beer. You can't certain.
I know certain ones.
Is that a thing now? It is.
Yeah, you
right?
can.
That was a terrible segue. Hold on.
but I understand what you're saying. I actually don't want to drink a beer at a movie. It just feels like
What?
I think I'd rather drink a beer while
It
I'm
gets
hanging
like
out
too,
with
you
buddies.
get too cozy, and then you get too sleepy, and then you can't enjoy
Yeah,
the
like
movie.
for
Too
me,
sloppy?
that like personally, I feel like why do I need to drink a beer when I'm watching a movie? I like popcorn, which means I need to have a
But
cherry
did you do it
Coke.
at home?
Do I have a beer?
Yeah.
Maybe, but it's a different situation. When you go out, you're like, okay, I'm going to the movies. Popcorn's involved. I already don't want
Maybe
a
an
beer
icy
popcorn.
instead.
Icy? Oh, an
Icy.
icy? Oh,
Yeah. I mean, what do you drink when you're at a movie
Cherry
theater?
Coke. Usually cherry Coke, popcorn, and red vines. That's like the three basic
The
food
straw
groups.
red vine? Like you'll put it in your drink as a straw?
I've done that at times.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, what's your go-to at the theater?
Go to at the theater. I don't know. You've got me on a cherry Coke kick, but Reese's Pieces for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And depending if I like what time it is,
Yeah.
and if I ate like lunch or dinner, then I would go popcorn as well.
Okay.
In addition,
So good.
Yeah,
at the
popcorn at
movies.
it's like I don't
it's
crave
terrible
popcorn
for
ever.
you, but it's delicious.
I don't go to the movies that much. Well, maybe.
Hook up that butter and salt.
Right? I want it.
Hook up that heart attack.
Popcorn with cherry Coke is that's what
It
a
is.
movie-
It's,
the
your,
combo?
it's your salty and sweet. It's
That's what a
delicious.
movie tastes like right there.
Yeah. But speaking of movies,
Yeah.
Movies.
the three of us went to view It,
It, Stephen King's.
and everyone's asking
It.
like, "What did you see?" We really saw It.
Yeah. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a lot of like bad puns last weekend. Everyone's like, "Oh, I saw it. Go see it."
Yeah,
Tell
well-
me about it.
Yeah. Christy wanted to go see it, and she literally texted me that. She's like, "Do you want to go see it on Friday?" And I was like, "See what?" I didn't. I honestly did not catch on.
You turned into a cartoon.
Yeah, I did. I totally did it. But instant rating, gotta go. I loved this movie.
Wait, cut. Not cut. Like, we're not cutting the show. This is just a live edit. We totally forgot to talk about the rating system before we kick the show off.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
guys.
Look at me.
That's okay, dude. That's okay. We're gonna jump in there. So Kelly already gave this a really great review. He said it's a gotta go, right?
Right. So it's
Okay.
a 1 to 5 scale. Gotta
Yeah.
go as being your 5, like your top. You're like, oh my gosh, you missed this and you have problems.
Yeah.
Do this.
Number 4, a 4 would be like a let's go. So
Yeah.
that's like, please, like by all means, this is really cool. So if
Yeah.
you get the chance, go.
Yeah.
It's by no means like, miss out on it. A go is a 3.
Yeah.
So like,
Three's like, you
yeah,
know.
it's cool. Go if you want to, if you're into that sort of thing. And if not, then whatever. And then you have don't go, which is like, obviously is
That's
trash
more like
juice.
that's more. No, that's not trash.
No,
juice.
it's not trash juice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't go is like, man, I told you not to watch that, but you saw it.
Right.
That's on you, man.
You wasted that 2 hours of your life or whatever.
That's on you, dude.
That is
And then you
your
have-
You
fault.
saw Spring Breakers.
You saw it.
You saw it.
And then you have
Good luck
never
getting
go.
it back.
Never go. That's trash juice.
Never go is
So-
your 1. That's your trash juice.
If
Yeah.
it is a gotta go,
Yeah.
let's assign one horror movie to each scale so people
Oh
can
yeah.
understand.
No, that's a good idea.
What do you think?
We did this on the comic show, but we attributed the ratings to chips. Like, what's a really terrible chip? But I think that's actually a good idea. So, a terrible man. See, I'm not a big horror movie guy too. That's like, I like
Me
old
either.
school horror. Like, I like Frankenstein. And
Those were
Dracula.
more like so even pre like modern cinema.
Yeah, like,
Because
but-
even the Halloween and that, I think those were more suspenseful. They weren't.
the first
horror
couple
movies,
ones are
right?
good. So
Well, that was what I felt was the beauty of it. Like it wasn't like gore and blood and guts the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few moments where you're like, ooh, that was
Yeah.
like, whoa. But it was more like a suspense thing
Yeah.
and like a psychological type deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to do too much of a spoiler alert, but yeah, it was definitely like
yeah.
dealing with fears of your childhood. You know, everyone
Mm-hmm.
has their own, and that's what Pennywise represented.
Yeah.
Not the band,
Not
the clown.
band. I have a different fear of the band Pennywise.
Yeah.
Do you think they're doing these remakes because Hollywood as like an umbrella term is out of ideas? There's been so many remakes the past like decade,
Yeah.
and none of them seem to be really even on par with the cheesy original. But I think
you mean in the horror movie? Well,
just in general,
yeah. Here's the thing. I have no.
it was awesome.
Yeah,
compared
I don't
to the
have
original.
I don't have any connection to it. Like, I didn't read the book, and I never saw the miniseries when I was younger. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. So, but you were saying you seen it.
I did. I saw it. I probably shouldn't have. Maybe I'm revealing my parenting style.
It's fine.
But I think what it was interesting, it was 27 years every time that Pennywise comes around.
Yeah.
And it was 27 years ago that they released.
Coincidence?
Mind blown.
I think not.
I
Mind
think
blown.
Also, too.
So, but yeah, I'm definitely the guy in the movie that's like, oh, what? There was a few times where I was yelling.
Yeah.
Because
I thought Justin was going to leave in the first 5 minutes.
I was like, man, we're not gonna do any spoilers yet. We'll probably get there, but like there was this parts where I was like, I'm sensitive to certain things. I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
And it's telegraphed. You're like, oh, I know where this is going. I know where this is going. And then it went there, and you're just like, man. But that was, I think that opening part was the worst of it.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, okay, cool. But I just kept thinking about Georgie.
I have to admit, little spoiler.
Yeah.
I thought that opening to the drain was a little too big, anyways.
Yeah.
I was looking at it like, it's no wonder people are falling in them.
Or
know what I
getting
mean?
dragged into them by crazy clowns.
Yeah. Like I went and looked at the drain by my house in the corner because sometimes you'll see like a raccoon go in there. Like, man, I can't see anything in there. You can't see a clown head.
No.
I don't know if it was genius
lighting.
promotion, but like the weekend it came out, I saw a bunch of people like tying red balloons to like gutters.
Yeah, I read about a story of
hilarious.
people in Australia that were freaking out. Like, why are all these red balloons everywhere?
Well, wasn't there a clown scare a couple of years ago where people were dressing up like
Yeah,
clowns?
last
Just
Halloween.
anyways?
Yeah.
What is it about clowns? What do you think?
They can be unsettling. I
think they are too. I
General
don't like
clown, like it's like Honky the clown or something. Like,
Do you
they
think
don't
it
look bad.
started with John Wayne Gacy?
You think it did?
Is that the Unabomber?
No,
No,
he's
that's Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy was a guy who dressed. His like job was being a party clown, and he turned out to be a serial killer.
Ah,
Had like
boo.
Yeah.
it was interesting. But anyways, I don't know if
Could
that's.
be.
But I'm sure the fear of clowns goes further back, way further back.
Well, they're just creepy.
Yeah.
They are creepy,
It depends
like,
on
why-
the makeup, man. You just got to make sure you got the right makeup on because, I don't know, clowns are... It was funny, though. There was a lot of people like complaining like the It movie has made it hard for clowns to
The clown
to do their
union,
job. And
the
it's
clown
like,
union was starting to protest.
Yeah.
if you're a clown, man, you got other issues besides
Yeah.
being like
United Circus Workers.
having a hard... Yeah, United Circus Workers.
I had a high school teacher that was a clown.
Shut up. No way.
I'm not kidding.
Like
I
a
wish I
literal
was.
clown, or was he? Man, that guy's a clown.
It was a missus, I think. It was a lady.
She had a horn every time she sat down. It was like...
Every time the kid sat down in class, there's like a whoopee cushion. Oh, gotcha.
Snakes.
And if you answered a question right, she gives you a balloon.
And she
Yeah.
squirts seltzer in your face.
It's like one of those things you think would be cool information to learn about these people that you don't know anything about. And you're
Yeah.
like, aw, I didn't need to know that part.
Sorry.
That's funny.
Anyways, what did you guys rate the movie?
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Okay. For me, it's Let's Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's still good.
Yeah, no, it's still good.
It's worth seeing.
I think there was some stuff, but man, I just thought it was a perfect, for me, because based in like 1989, it was like the perfect combo of like Stranger Things
Yeah.
meets Stand By Me for me. I mean, and of course, Stand By Me is a Stephen King movie, but
Yeah.
that's what it kind of felt like for me, and it really made me kind of nostalgic for that time of like, oh, little kids going on adventures and stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
And I was super pumped to see that there was a Batman 89 marquee.
That was
scene.
cool.
I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
Batman's coming out.
That's
I just
tight.
wish they would have went and saw Batman, and then I would have just watched Batman again.
Yeah.
Well, I think the movie definitely touches on that fear of letting your kids. Dude, kids aren't playing right now. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
And kids aren't outside playing.
Yeah.
Like that was just a thing.
Yeah. We
And-
used to play
Yeah.
all the time. It was like your parents would make you go outside. Like, fool, go outside.
Get out of here.
Get off
What
that
are you
Nintendo.
doing?
Get off that Nintendo. Stop playing Super Mario Brothers and get out there and
Yeah.
do something with your life.
Yeah.
And now kids just don't.
Yeah. I tell my kids all the time, get outside. Like, Dad, it's hot. It has been like
Yeah, it's been
butthole
hot.
hot
Nasty.
forever.
I get it.
But there aren't clowns out there. You know what I mean? Like go outside.
there is not clowns out there, and that's very true.
Clown
you
free.
haven't said anything as true as that before. There are not clowns. So what do you guys think about the cast of those kids, man?
I think it was great. It was great casting all around. I mean, having read the book, I read the book in high school, and
Where was it based at? Was it based in the 60s in high school? Or,
you know what? Like I said, it's been since high school, so I don't really recall.
okay.
Yeah, so
It was for sure around that time.
yeah,
Either way.
I'm not 100%
Something like that.
sure.
Looked like the miniseries was based in that time.
Yeah, but it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't. I have enough good things to say about it, but I love the casting. The kid from Stranger Things, I don't know his name. Like,
Yeah, Finn.
I couldn't tell you any
Finn
of their.
Wolfhard is his name.
I couldn't tell you the names of any of the people in that movie, but it was great. They
Yeah,
did
they were
great-
all. I
They
think.
did a great job.
Yeah, there's like. I don't want to say no names. They're just people that haven't really been discovered yet. But
Right. Well, they're all. I mean, most of them were kids, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it makes sense.
I like the chubby boy. the tubby guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because he
Ben,
seemed
dude.
older,
Yeah.
but he looked younger
Dude, the
than
new
even.
Kids on the Block jokes were
Okay,
Oh, man.
the new Kids on the Block jokes were hilarious, and then they did that
yeah.
really quick cut at the end. Was it when they were in his bedroom? It was like, it was like, ding, ding, ding. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That was just, it was such a nice touch, and it didn't take you out of the movie, but it just made you.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of created tension with him and oh my gosh, what was her name with
the only girl.
Beverly?
Beverly.
Yeah,
Beverly.
it kind of created tension with him and her because she was like, open the door. That was funny. But Ben, dude, poor Ben. Here's the thing. He writes that like poem for her, and you almost think like it's gonna be his girl, and then he gets thrown in the Ben zone, dude.
The Ben Zone.
Ben zone, dude.
Is Ben the chubby kid?
Yeah, Ben was a chubby kid, dude.
I thought Ben was the stuttering kid.
No,
Oh, wait, no.
Stubby.
Dude.
That was Bill.
Don't listen to me.
Dude,
That was Bill.
Yeah.
Billy.
I don't know.
I think it was a well casted movie. It was great, suspenseful, humorous. You know, had everything. That's
Yeah.
what made it. That's what brought my rating to where it is.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a very all encompassing movie.
Yeah.
Maybe not for the people who can't like. My wife doesn't do suspense movies very
Yeah.
well, or horror movies that have to do with ghosts.
Okay.
Clowns, she don't care.
Yeah,
Whatever.
what if it was a ghost
So-
clown?
Oh, ghost clown. That'd be even weirder.
Ghost clown.
Ghost clown.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. You know, like the horror side of stuff. I'm not a big like Saw. I think I saw the first Saw movie, and that was it. I just don't like blood, and I know
Seems
I like
pointless.
gruesome things. I like metal and things of that nature.
Justin likes
I like but it's more of the funny, like Evil Dead side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the
yeah.
schlocky. Once it's like
That just sounds funny.
schlocky. Hey, it's schlocky. That's my nickname in college, schlocky.
You're like,
No.
he's a likable guy.
He's like, hey,
Oh, you don't like
Schlocky.
me? You don't
Yeah,
like
he's kind of a
Schlocky?
mess. He spills meatballs on his pants. Schlocky.
A hot dog guy.
He's a hot dog. That's Schlocky's hot dogs. Hey, get yourself a hot dog here from Schlocky.
What's the sandwich place? Schlotsky's. That's like a
Schlotsky's.
legit place
Oh,
called
gosh, why are we not
Schlotsky's.
there? Why are we not there?
I don't know because they don't have them around here.
Sandwich sounds
They
good.
don't have them around these parts.
Wait, what was I saying? Oh, so when it comes to so a little bit of spoilers. When little Georgie was like, I don't know how old he was. How old was Georgie? You think probably like
He was a
7?
young
Because they were
lad.
all like 12 or 11, right? So all I thought about, my kids are 5 and 8, and I'm thinking, man, I don't want my kid to get his arm chewed off by a clown. That was the most goriest part of the whole
Right.
movie, like at least physical like harm on a kid, right? Like to me, man, that's where I was like, oh, I think I should kill it.
Yeah.
I was like, was this in a book?
That's where I thought you were gonna leave. I was
Yeah,
like,
because it wasn't like sometimes you just get in these movies, you're like, but I really was like, man, I don't want to see a little kid get hurt, dude.
And then seeing just the kind of couple scenes where what's his name? Billy?
Yeah.
Which one was the older brother?
Older brother was Billy.
Okay, when
Yeah.
Billy had that interaction with his pops.
Yeah.
Like just seeing how different people deal with the tragedy, even though it was only a couple scenes, like it was loud and clear for me.
yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
brutal.
Well, yeah, it's not like dad's not trying to deal with it, and so the
Yeah.
little kid's trying to
It
probably
kind of made it like a real thing. It wasn't just like, oh, like something happened to a child and then move on.
Yeah.
No, it was like a theme there that was there the whole time.
Dude, by the way, all the parents in this movie were buttholes, man.
Totally.
Everyone, like, they didn't get everyone's. I don't think they got like Ben's mom and dad, but like everyone else's parents were just like jerks, dude.
It was like that in the miniseries too.
Was it okay?
The girl's dad was always this creep. I don't even
he
know
was
if
creepy.
they had a mom, right? Like there's no mom.
Probably
in it.
not.
it's so funny. I saw like a A/B between the sink scene. You know, when the blood came out, and
Yeah.
whatever, from the miniseries to the movie, I was
Oh,
like,
really?
"Oh my gosh!" The miniseries was so like dumb.
Was it just like-
it was like it was a red balloon that just
Yeah.
popped, and so like a little bit of blood shot up, not just like
Yeah. They're like, let's just
Went
go
The
to
Shining on it.
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to watch the miniseries
scene
now.
on The
just-
Shining where the elevator doors opened up? Never mind. Sorry.
That movie,
That's okay. That would be a
Dude.
gotta go of scariness.
even now,
Shining. Yeah.
It's
Don't
so
make
good.
The Shining 2. That's all.
whoever that composer is, not to take away from any of the two It's, whoever did the composition, the score, whatever it is to The Shining
Yeah.
with Jack Nicholson. Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
It's.
Good,
I mean,
good
it's a Kubrick film. All his
Yeah.
all his scores are all like what? Even even that weird, super weird Eyes Wide Shut movie with Tom Cruise.
yeah.
Like the soundtrack to that's kind of creepy. Like that little like creepy one note piano.
So the music for The Shining was done by Wendy Carlos and Rachel Elkind.
Oh, ladies.
Dude.
I don't know if that means anything to anybody. Shout outs to
Does
them.
not.
All right. Did anybody
creeping
else
out Eric.
see any other movies while we're at
Not
it?
in the theaters or anything.
Okay.
I've heard Mother is good and bad. So
My
I don't
sister
know.
said it was garbage.
So I've heard
Trash
it was
juice.
great.
Well, she didn't say that. She sent me mother equals thumbs down emoji. So,
Okay.
which that's an
Emoji
Aronofsky
ratings.
movie. That's a bummer. I expect high things from him
Eric-
all the time. Maybe
no,
that's the thing.
I mean, you saw Moses, right? That was
was it
terrible.
Moses?
You
With
saw
the rock
Moses,
people?
right? You know Moses, right?
The
You eat apples, right?
what's that dude's name? The Australian?
Hugh Jackman?
Oh no, that's Noah.
What
There's
did
a
I say?
Moses one?
Wait, what did I say? Moses?
did
Noah,
say
you're
Noah.
right, Noah.
Is it Noah?
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's Sunday too. So yeah, Noah, dude. With the
Yeah,
flood and
true.
the rock monsters. Like, what's up with that, dude?
Yeah. Never mind.
Not all, but I mean, he's got hit or misses. You
Oh,
know,
I'm so confused.
he's just
Requiem.
Requiem
Awesome
is the one
sauce.
that's the most honked up one, dude. Requiem of a Dream. So yeah, I haven't seen any other. You know what? So speaking of weird like shows and stuff, we've been watching Twin Peaks. I've never watched that. Have you seen that show?
It's good.
I mean, that's like the super old show, right? Did
From the
they remake it?
90s-ish? They're not remaking it. They're just adding
just
new.
continuation.
It's like a continuation where everyone's older.
It's like 20 some years later,
crazy.
but it's only season 3.
Yeah, because you're watching it and like, man, all these people are like super young, and there's a new version of it where they're like 50 now.
Never
So,
seen it.
It's actually pretty good. It feels like this stuff. It feels kind of weird and creepy, and
Yeah.
there's some funny stuff. It's intentionally. I feel like the acting's bad or overacting in certain parts. It's so I'm really like wanting to push through and get to the new stuff because it's kind of like in my head now. Like, oh, I want to finish up watching that show, but it's really weird.
I'm right about the end of season 1.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, we
they're
were just
like
talking about this last
movies.
week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. We were talking about that.
They're like whole movies. So you have
Yeah.
to like devote some of them like an hour and a half. I
First
don't
one,
know.
it took us 3 days because we kept watching it late at night, and I just passed out. So
I like it though.
yeah,
I think it's
I'm liking
cool.
it a lot, dude. I think the acting. I'm interested in the characters. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is definitely a good thing. So
I grew up in a desert town, which is the actual opposite of a mountain town. But I feel like there's probably some similarities.
yeah,
Like small anything town is going to be leery of big bad FBI agent from
Oh,
the
yeah.
city. I don't
he's
know.
the best FBI agent, dude. There's
Yes.
like a crazy episode where they're in the forest, and he pulls some weird like process of elimination through Native
He was
Americans
hitting
and chance. And
glass or
they're throwing the
something.
rocks at glasses.
Yeah.
Those are the people. When I say a name, I'm gonna throw a rock. If it hits the glass, then that's who we need to go investigate.
Yeah.
So some weird probability situation, but anywho.
I like it. I dig it.
yeah.
I think people should watch Twin Peaks. But when I was a kid, that was right when I was getting into like how like Nirvana had just come out, like mainstream, all
Probably
this
that,
stuff.
yeah.
So I just kind of saw the way it was packaged. I was like, that looks stupid.
I just
The
wasn't
song
into
is
watching
stupid.
TV. I don't think I watched like
But
I
it's
watched The
probably really good.
Simpsons maybe and Full
Yeah.
House. Like there wasn't. I wasn't trying to watch Twin Peaks. It was like a show my aunt and uncle would watch.
I think my
Right.
parents watched Twin Peaks. I remember them
Really?
talking about it.
Like,
But
I
maybe we
just-
should have. We were just
I don't know if I would have got
dumb
it.
kids. Yeah, that's true.
You know, it
We
would have
get
been
it.
too.
We get it now, and now's the appropriate time to watch it.
Yeah.
Bing,
There
bing,
you
boom.
go. I would watch Beverly Hills 90210 because my sister would.
I watched Beverly Hills Cop.
I
love Exophonic.
What about Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah,
That was in the
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest as well, I think.
Was it really?
It was either Washington
was.
or
Detective
Oregon.
John Gimble.
Yeah. He had the flu. Or no.
she had O'Hara.
They
had the
both
flu.
had food poisoning.
No, O'Hara got the food poisoning. She was supposed to be the teacher. I watched it again recently a couple times.
You see,
Yeah.
they made a new one with like Dolph Lundgren or something.
Oh, that's
Oh, God.
I don't know. Maybe
They
I'm
pulled
wrong.
from the same.
terrible idea.
They're
See,
like-
this I get your Hollywood theory about what you were saying about the running out of ideas, but see, here's like the caveat to that. I guess is like maybe they're not running out of ideas, but maybe there were some great ideas that weren't executed the way they should have been because of
Like technological.
technology,
Yeah.
makeup, like all the things. Like, dude, it was scary as crap because like the crazy leopard guy, like freaky, gross, like
The cuts were fast too. That's the thing. Like it looked like someone's running at you that you do not want running
right.
at you.
Wait, are you talking about it?
yeah. I
Yeah.
said
Oh.
the leopard,
Like
like the
Oh
makeup
yeah,
and
oh
that
yeah,
thing was
oh
creepy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you gotta remember?
But like,
Shark mouth.
yeah, I mean, if
I thought you were talking about kindergarten cop, and I was like, did you say a leopard
You don't want
man?
that dude running after you. Not back then.
while The Shining was a horror masterpiece,
Yeah.
I would be interested to see if there was anything different they could do with it. I mean, it was still like great with the makeup, like the lady in the bathtub and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was still like super creepy. But I'm wondering if they could do anything else with it. But it, it's a masterpiece, so why mess with it? But some of these things, like they could have been, maybe they're just using it to realize the full potential behind it. I
Yeah.
understand that some of the stuff is just trash juice and yeah, it's garbage.
And the creatives maybe that are like our age or even a little bit older,
Right.
that maybe that they watched these movies as a kid and
Right. Want to
once they get in it, they're like, dude, we got to make this like
legit.
way better.
Yeah. Well, because
Well, that's the thing. I think people who grew up on something and love it, like just say for instance, like say J.J. Abrams loved Star Wars, and he's like, when I make Star Wars, I'm going to try to make it, the best of my abilities. Whether you thought he did a good job or not, like people who love what they grew up on, are like, oh, and I get
Yeah.
a chance to play in that playground,
Right.
I'm gonna nail it.
Well, yeah. I mean, as an American cinema, we've turned some good stuff into turd sandwiches. Like, for example, back when I was in college, our professor made us watch this.
College.
It's a Japanese horror flick called Kairo, which
Okay.
translates to Pulse. And I saw the American version of it, and it was just absolute horrid garbage.
Yeah.
But
Trash juice.
yes, like number one, do not go.
Right.
But the actual Japanese version, if you can get through subtitles, holy crap!
Yeah.
It's just everything about it. There's not gore. It's not like super creepy. I mean, it's creepy, but it's not gory.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things that really messes with your head. Like the sound design is one thing that get me
Yeah.
on that flick. I'm going to give you guys. I have a digital copy. I'm going to give you guys to watch.
Okay,
You'll have to report next time.
That reminds me of like Old Boy. They remade Old
Oh,
Boy.
Spike Lee did it.
It was such a garbage movie.
Mm-hmm.
Then you watch the actual Old Boy, which is probably about 15 years old. It's Japanese as well. And you're like, oh, wow. Maybe they didn't have quite the budget behind it, and it's a little bit older, but the story is way more legit,
Yeah. Well, they just-
creepier, bigger twists.
well, there was also those other two series. What, The Ring
Yeah.
was originally
Japanese.
a Japanese horror flick, which I understand. I haven't seen the Japanese version, but I'm sure it's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I get like the Hollywood just will sometimes like regurgitate stuff, but at the same time, like most people aren't going to, at least either they're not going to or they're conditioned not to go and watch a foreign film. Like, oh man, I don't want to read. I want to go and experience it. So I understand
It
both sides
disappears
of it.
quickly,
it just
though.
Has,
You
it just
don't-
has to be good. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If it's a good film. Like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I remember like subtitles and stuff like that, but it was a good movie and I followed it.
Right.
I don't want to read a horror movie though.
Right.
I think I want to be emotionally
Well, see,
invested.
that's where I thought I was going to get disconnected. I'm going to transition this to some Netflix, some
Yeah.
streaming TV. Eric and I were just discussing
Yeah.
Narcos.
Uh-huh.
I was just thinking that.
When before you got here. I thought I was going to be disconnected because it's 70 to 80% Spanish.
See,
But see, but I mean, there's a narration that's in English.
yeah,
But a lot of because it takes place in Mexico, a lot of the dialogue happens in Spanish. So you do a lot of reading.
Yeah.
But man, I'm sucked into that show. It's so good.
really. I've always wanted to watch it.
I'm stoked because they put season 3 up recently, and I'm on the tail end. Last week I had a sick day. I wasn't feeling very well, so I stayed home and binge watched season 2. I'm almost done with it, but man, it's really good. I would give it a let's go if you can handle like harsh reality of what the drug cartels were all about and how they operated and things like that. If
Yeah.
there's graphic violence and things like that.
Yeah,
And so if you can handle that kind of stuff, they depict it very well. But just the tension behind the characters and how everything is interconnected and how Pablo Escobar was brought down. It's really an astounding show. I like it.
Yeah, all I've heard is good stuff. I think it's been more of a. See, it wasn't I've heard about the subtitles. That hasn't been a block for me. I think it's just been time and
Well, you don't. It's definitely not a watch with the kids around.
Yeah.
So
Hey, kids!
That limits you to evenings, and I don't know if knowing your wife, I don't know if she'd be into it.
Yeah, sometimes she wants to, and sometimes like she's like, oh, I'm not into that. She was off and on with like Breaking Bad, and then she'd get sucked in.
Okay.
Like,
well,
don't ask me questions about previous seasons.
It's in this. I would say in the same ballpark with
Yeah.
like violence and the way that
More reading.
drug cartels operate and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But so yeah, I'm interested to see what season 3 holds because
Then I'm not too far behind. Then I could start it.
They transition from Escobar to just the Cali cartel. You start seeing that at the end of season 2, like when Escobar is about to get taken out.
Yeah.
Like you see the Cali cartel like start swooping in on his territory and taking all this stuff. It's really interesting how they've tied it together. It'll be really interesting. I heard they're going to do yet another season with like I don't know if you've ever watched documentaries of just about. I'm a documentary nerd, but there was one called Cocaine Cowboys about the like Florida and how like it's just the Cali cartel or the Pablo Escobar like got all the cocaine into just how Florida is basically a city built on drug money.
Yeah.
Or a state per se almost. But it was just really interesting. I heard that they're going to do like Griselda Blanco, which is like the godmother of cocaine. I heard they're going to do like tie her into
lady.
some of the stories and stuff. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got stuck.
No, that's good.
I got stuck on a tangent.
And that's what's beautiful about conversation.
Yeah.
Because you took me to a place that I didn't know I'd go. So I might, dude.
Here we are.
This is just another like notch in the like. You should just watch Narcos because I see it all the time when I like scroll through. Like, oh, is there a show that me and my wife might watch? And
Well, yeah, I love the fact
let's
that
just
it's,
watch something that's 30 years old, like Twin Peaks.
it's almost yeah. Narcos is cool because it's almost biographical, but I mean, I'm sure there's like embellished facts and characters and things like that. But have it rooted in like a thing that actually took place. That's what makes it really interesting to me.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's a great
That's
show.
awesome. Yeah, man, that's
doing
cool.
it.
That's definitely sounds interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else watch any great Netflix or streaming television programming?
Anything good?
Some stand-ups.
Have you watched Stranger Things yet?
No.
Oh,
Eric
buddy.
Melville.
Why not?
I'm gonna say pause
Excuse
Narcos.
me if you heard that.
Spend a few minutes.
Yeah,
a few
season 2 is
days,
about to come out, dude.
watch Stranger Things. So it's
Stranger
season 2's
Things.
Yeah, it starts. Season 2 starts on Halloween. So we got about a month and a half.
I have time to do it.
Yeah.
Can you remind me? I'll forget the second
It's so good.
I leave.
Oh, dude. You should watch Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
And it's got one of the kids from It is
Yeah.
in Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
The
Yeah.
nerdy kid cracking all the jokes.
It's so.
Oh, no,
it's,
he was funny.
Yeah, it's so well done. Like you are in the 80s.
I like good mom jokes.
You are in the 80s. Oh, dude, they have some mom jokes. Do they?
In
Like,
it.
I don't know.
I think there was some good mom jokes in
Oh,
it.
it had the
yeah, it had some great mom jokes.
had the best mom jokes. You don't want to tell your mom.
Don't tell her.
Don't tell your mom.
No,
She
no.
will be upset.
Oh gosh. Yes, and stuff like that made the movie less like, oh, I'm freaked out watching it. It made it feel like a real thing, real kids, and then they hang out with the sewer clown. So, but all right, enough about it. Kelly, what happened last night?
Television. Last night.
What'd you do last night, dude?
The wife and I went to a concert. We went to the
You guys are
Wiltern.
active in the scene.
You are,
Dude.
dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got some things on the calendar.
Hey.
How many shows since Tool have you seen? Because I was at that show and that was amazing.
I want to say we've only been to one maybe since then, but we've got a bunch of stuff lined up.
Yeah. So last night, forgive the
Nothing
interruption.
No.
I'm sorry.
Last night we went to the Wiltern in Los Angeles
Hey.
and viewed City in Color
Hey.
and
heard
the
good
opening
things.
act, David Bazan. I talked about
Bazan.
him multiple times. Eric and I have both shared a David Bazan experience.
Okay,
And
you
I
say
did one other
What do you
time.
say, Bazan or Bazan? Gotta get to the bottom of this.
I feel like he addressed it. I saw him at
He
some
addressed it, but then he kind of makes light of it. He's like, call me Dave,
Just
David,
say what you want.
Bazan, whatever.
Oh, that's so,
Just
I
put
need,
a
I
nail
need
in
a
the
solid
coffin, I
answer,
think.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, because on the last show I did with Isaac.
What does your mom call you? That's like the real answer.
Yeah, that's
right
good.
there.
That's a good point.
Who cares
So
what someone
Isaac,
thinks?
Isaac said Bazan too, and I'm like, I heard him say Bazan.
Okay, either way,
All right, whatever.
potato.
Dave
It was-
B, dude.
yeah, Dave B. It was really interesting to see him open. Not only it was weird because it was like a super late show. Doors were at 8. The show started at 9. I mean,
Did he have a band?
And it was a Saturday.
Yeah,
night?
that was the interesting part. Is he had the 2 times I've seen him, it was just solo acoustic and vocal. And this time he was playing bass and singing, and he had a guitar player and a drummer with him. And it was really cool to see that.
I'd like to see that.
That dynamic. I got to be honest, it was great. While it was great, I'm way more engaged when I see him acoustic.
Okay.
And some of the stuff sounded great because none of his records are acoustic or very little. Like there was one he did with like a string quartet, which was great. I think. So most of them have like drums and drum machines and all that stuff. So it's really interesting to see him acoustic. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like more engaged though and sucked in because he's the only person you're paying attention to.
Yeah.
And this is like, you're singing, but you got other people to kind of like, okay, they're bringing in this or this and that.
So it's not his experience because he was the opening band.
Right.
Like I would assume there was no Q&A.
No.
So that was
it wasn't.
scrapped.
Yeah, it wasn't like the acoustic shows to where you can like. He's like, "Is anyone have any questions? Anyone?"
Yeah.
Because that's super cool.
Yeah, he was super. It's much more engaging, like I said, but it's a big opportunity for him because City and Color. I mean, that's a huge.
Yeah.
That's a huge market as opposed to him going around playing house shows for 50 to 100 people.
Yeah.
Which is rad.
Did he just do solo or did he do any like Pedro stuff or what?
The last song he played was a Pedro song.
Okay.
Pedro the Lion, for those who haven't heard
uninitiated.
the uninitiated, yeah. There's a song called Bands with Managers. It's really funny. Which he did a record or album with him and the string quartet, which he played a couple Pedro songs, and that was one of them.
Cool.
So it was really interesting. But yeah, he played a lot of new stuff off his album. I think it's called Blanco, if I'm not mistaken.
I have a question about that though. So I don't know his material that much. I've just seen him a couple times.
Right.
But I feel like he has one of the most powerful voices I've ever heard.
He does.
And
I
can only imagine with a band that must be amplified, like whatever the word is.
It was really interesting because I actually felt, like I said, it disengaged me a little bit just because there was so many things competing with it. When it's just him and an acoustic guitar, you're like sucked in. You're like, holy crap, dude, this guy is blowing my mind right now.
How can someone hit those?
Yeah.
And just so strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a little disengaging, but I still very much enjoyed it. And City and Color, phenomenal live band. I think I don't know if like the band, him and his 4 players are considered City and Color, or if it's just him and then he has these people, but it's the same people. I've seen him 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
and it's been the same guys every
think
time.
He like was Dallas. What's his face?
Dallas Green.
I feel like it's his band, but I feel it's kind of like not Alkaline Trio. That was dumb. What's his name? Chris Carrabba. Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah.
When he went and play, it was Dashboard by himself or the band. Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah, maybe it's one of
So
those
I think it's
kinds
one
of
of those
vibes.
deals where it's like it's him, but it's when he's his band and it's however he wants to do it. That's how it goes. But that's cool. I like them a lot too.
Yeah.
His music reminds me of Mexico.
Who?
Freaking Dallas Green.
Okay.
Yeah, because we listened to it a lot when we were.
I was confused. You were talking about Dashboard for a second. I was like,
Sorry.
no. Yeah, City. Just an amazing live show. It was great. They played a lot of. It's interesting because their most recent album has been out for over a year, and I think this is the second go round of touring on
Gotta get
that album.
Money.
But Christy and I hadn't seen him since. I mean, we saw him at Riot Fest in 2015, I believe, in Denver. So it was great seeing the band and hearing some of the newer songs. Of course, he played some older songs and some hits, and like every song started.
The
Christy
girl,
got
and they're like,
it was kind of annoying that there was a bunch of people in the audience like between songs.
yeah.
They didn't really he didn't really do a lot of filler. I mean, there was a little bit of talking and stuff, but just
They would
stupid
just scream
people
out.
yelling stupid things or like yelling song requests. Like he's going to go like, oh, let's revise the set I've already written just because that guy yelled this song. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
people get really annoying.
Yeah.
I was really annoyed by certain members of the audience, but the show overall,
Yeah.
spectacular, phenomenal. Sorry, I just opened my water. It's carbonated water.
Water, all kinds of water.
I'm starting to get that
tap.
dry, foamy mouth.
lemon flavored water.
Lemon flavored water.
I've been seeing like bands that have always been good to me touring, and I just have zero interest in going to see them.
Really?
And I'm not too sure why. Like Thursday's back together.
Did they break up?
I think they might have.
They
been
were-
like a long break.
They took a long break, dude. Like
I had
8 years
I had
or
a
something.
Thursday day going on. It was like
Turds
I
day.
think it was post the show I did with Isaac, where I was just listening to the playlist, and I was just I'm gonna listen to the rest of their catalog, and they're a good band.
they are a good band.
Yeah.
I think what it is for me is like when bands you start following them as individuals.
Oh, and they just say dumb stuff.
There's always on some other thing. It's like I just want to see your band play, but it kind of makes me not want to. But then Thrice was on tour with Deftones.
Yeah,
I was like, I shouldn't have missed that one.
yeah, that was
That
I
was
talked
kind
about
of a
that. I was
bummer.
like,
I
we should
wasn't
have went
very
to that
aggressive about it.
because it was San Diego or Vegas. We were gonna go. We talked about going and see him. It was like our birthday.
Both
weekend.
are close
Oh,
enough.
yeah. I don't
And
remember.
I just wish I would have done it because every time I see like, oh, Thrice was awesome, I'm like, man,
Deftones too. They're one of the bands
Yeah.
that pushed out through my like high school childhood
Yeah.
into still like holding out being a good band.
yeah,
Because they were kind of lumped in, unfortunately, with a bunch of other bands just because of how they presented themselves and how they dressed. And a
oh
couple
yeah, I
other
was
things.
definitely
But they're good.
White Pony's one of my favorite records, but it wasn't until that record came out that I really appreciated them as a band. I kind of just lumped like Around the Fur. I was like, oh, they're kind of one of those new metal like
Right,
family
that's
values
what I mean, yeah.
tour guys. And once White Pony came out, I was like, this band's really good, man. I don't care.
They're
who
actually
they are.
creative.
Yeah, definitely.
And Abe Cunningham, good God, watch that dude play drums.
Yeah.
That guy is no joke.
He's pretty beastie.
Man.
Yeah, good band. So overall, the show was what? Like, you want to rate the entire show, or do you want to just say?
I'd say gotta
Who?
go for either of those artists if you get the opportunity to go see them. They're phenomenal
Yeah.
live. Spot on musicians. The only other thing other than the audience member that audience members plural that annoyed me. One guy, the guitar player in City and Color, had this jacket that was the most. I hate to be like the guy that's like, I'm no fashionista by any means. I wear plain black t-shirts and jeans every day.
Can't believe
But
he
this
wore
guy,
that color.
he was wearing a jacket that had like tassels on the
Oh,
arm.
like the John
like
Bon?
fringe? Like
John
fringe?
Bon Jovi?
Yeah, it was like just like like leather jackets that
Yeah.
had like the leather string.
Yeah.
It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I'm like, dude, it's got to be like 100 degrees on that stage, and you're
Yeah.
wearing a stupid looking jacket. I'm sorry,
man.
just
It has
take
movement,
it off.
though. Tassels have movement.
I brought it up, and then
Fringe.
Christy's like, I couldn't get over the jacket. Like, what is
What
that?
color was the jacket?
It was like black, but
Okay.
I mean, you could
Even better
see-
if it was, like,
you could see these little
turquoise or
floaty,
something.
frilly things, and he was
It got
doing his
caught in his strings.
he was doing his guitar
Just
playing
stop
moves
playing.
and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, please
Yeah.
just take off the jacket, please.
But-
Anyways, other than that, so
Yeah.
it was still a gotta go. It was still a phenomenal show, and we have a bunch of shows on the horizon that I'm really looking forward to.
Nice. Yeah, go check out. Man, there's so much you can check out right now. So check out City and Color because they are a great band. Go
Yeah.
explore their catalog. Check out Dave Bazan and like Pedro the Lion. I think Pedro the Lion's like such a great band.
Yeah.
Go check them out, man.
Especially when you're going to see the Dave B shows. He does a Q&A. No one does that. He'll
Yeah.
stop the show.
He'll just finish playing a song. He's like, while he's like tuning or whatever. Does anyone
Yeah.
have any questions or?
Yeah.
No one does that.
Yeah,
He's
That's super cool.
it was great. Yeah, that was the one you and I went to was like around Christmas time. Huh?
Yeah,
'Cause
the
he
one I
was-
missed.
He
Yeah.
was promoting that Christmas album.
Yeah.
We had that
Probably.
empty seat in between us because somebody didn't.
I like when people don't show up.
2 shows in a row, this story's come up.
Oh, womp womp.
I wanted to go.
All right.
My heart
Either
was
way,
to go.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I was just talking about it's more comfortable when you got a missing
It's more
seat.
comfortable when there's an extra space. Glad no jerk face was sitting there. Oh man. Okay, so like at this show, like how was the crowd? Like were they into it? Were they just kind of
oh,
standing there?
they were responsive. I feel like a lot of them might not have been familiar with David Bazan. I was really excited that he was playing. So obviously I was like, yeah, I remember this song.
Did you know
I
that?
this song. It just by the bare response, I just felt like, they warmed up to him by the end. You're like, yeah, that was awesome. Woo. So I feel like they liked him. But yeah, other than the stupid people yelling stuff, I feel like everyone was way, waiting for City and Color.
Well, there was no like pushing or like aggressive dancing.
That's the problem. I've gotten, not a problem, but I've gotten, Christy and I have both established that we're like old people now. When we go to shows, we want we want to buy the seats. We don't want general admission floor.
Remember when we saw Coheed? We like sat. I had this weird like struggle within myself because I enjoyed.
He wants to go down on the floor.
Well, I enjoyed sitting there watching. Like, yeah, man, this is awesome. But there was that a good like I would say 68% of me that was like, I want to go on the floor.
Yeah.
Freaking rock out. Like,
I don't think I've done that in 10 years.
oh my God.
Seriously. The last time that I got in the mix,
Yeah. In the mix.
like
when you got down the
young
slam
man
dancing,
style. Yeah. It was a Bad Brain show off of
slam dancing and moshing.
House of
Yeah.
Blues, Hollywood, rest in peace, no longer there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was it.
Wow.
And I was in my late 20s.
Okay, so I'm like,
I just want to watch the drummers now.
Speaking of slam dancing,
that's where I was going. I was slowly trying to transition from like a nice show, like, hey, Dave Bazan and like City and Color. You take your girlfriend, take your wife there. Like, hey guys, let's go watch this show. Oh, you're so sensitive and
There's always
amazing.
the dude in the front with his chick in between him and his arms on the handrail, like, don't touch my girl, bro. Dude.
Well, like at a City and Color
Like
show
a punk
or like
show
a punk
or any
yeah.
show. Or a guy that wants to fight you because you like bumped into his girl. Like, hey man, these are some testosterone filled dudes trying to get this out.
Well, I went to Face Down Fest. I was in May or June. I don't know when I went. It was
This
like
year?
earlier in the summer, yeah. And it was like, yeah, dude. I was just going in there, like my adrenaline was already like,
Yeah.
And I didn't engage in anything. I just kind of watched, but there was like
No juvenile
desire.
behavior.
I don't know what it is, man. There's just some electricity there. Like, I got to get in here. I have to. I have to like express myself through the flailing of body parts. But it's so. I got into a YouTube trail the other day, and for some reason, it was something about Marilyn Manson, and I like to like instead of like Googling people, I like to YouTube him, and I was like, all right, and I got into this thing about him. He's just a weirdo, and then
was it maybe Defiant Ones that spun you off into that?
Defiant Ones? No,
You haven't seen Defiant Ones, that's right.
not yet. I want to watch it. I want to watch it.
Okay, anyways,
But,
continue.
Yeah, I didn't. But anyways, it got into this like weird night. Remember, there was an old talk show host named Phil Donahue. I don't remember who that guy is.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Did you posted
know, Phil.
something on somebody
I?
posted something on Facebook
really?
about slam dancing or something recently.
Did
and
I?
It was Phil Donahue. I don't know.
I didn't post any. Did I
maybe-
post something?
Is it one of
was
those
like my
mashup
feed?
things?
Or
Maybe
does
he
it show-
messaged it to me. I don't know.
Does
I
it
just
show
remember
like,
seeing-
hey, you watch this? Anyways, it was really interesting because the music on that show is terrible, like this weird saxophone like stuff. But the way he
the
like
80s.
he pushes the audiences, he's all, so you just go out there and you beat up your friends? What kind of a person does that? And there's like 12 people up on stage. They're like, yeah, man, I'm just hanging out with my friends. If someone falls down, you pick them up. He's like, oh, well, we went last night and check this out. So, see, he punched that guy. He's on the floor. Slow it down. And then they do like the circle around it. See, he punched that guy. Look he's punched, and he's like inciting these people, and they're
It was
all
like a play-by-play.
He's punched.
everybody on the stage is like, no, man, everybody's having a good time. Like that's what it's
Yeah,
all
it
about.
falls
No
down
one
with-
was giving into it. Like, yeah,
Donahue, you don't make the decisions.
yeah. He's like, oh, I guess I
For
sound
who's-
like an old guy, and like, yeah, you sound like a big jerk. But everybody
have
on
white
the
hair.
stage, he's also, don't you ever get upset? Like, you want to hit someone? He's like, no, man, we're just dancing because we're full of aggression. He's like, what are you so aggressive about? How bad is your life? How old are you?
You live
And
in
she's like-
America.
This girl's like, I'm 22 and I got bills and I work and it's just, I want to go to a show and get my energy out. He's like, yeah, by beating people up. She's like, I don't beat anybody up. he's just being such a jerk.
Speaking of bullies,
I know,
it's this
right?
guy's
Donnie,
problem.
you're like slam dancing to me with your words, man.
Yeah.
So it was just funny. So it took me back kind of the back in the days where we'd, go to a show and get in the pit. And so they were calling it moshing. He's also, so moshing. What is moshing? And some other guy, he's like the older guy there. He's like, they're all, they're all in New York. So he's like, yeah, where I came from, they call it slam dancing. That's what it was. But moshing, slam dancing, anyways. So they're going this whole thing.
You
I just thought it
sissies.
was. I just thought it was funny. So did you ever, Kelly? I don't remember Kelly doing too much.
I wasn't much of a pitter.
Kelly is a watcher.
Well, yeah, I am
a
the observer.
protector.
But for the most part, I went to shows for the show. Like
Yeah.
I want to hear the music. I want to see these guys perform, and like, you know, like I am now. I'm very analytical.
Yeah.
Sometimes it removes me from enjoying a show, but I've definitely gotten better about it. It's just like, oh, he's out of tune. Oh, that sounds terrible. Like, but I mean, back when I was 15, I was like, those dudes were like golden gods to me or whatever. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I have this band CD and I'm seeing them live right now.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So
The Barn, rest in peace.
yeah,
The Barn.
man.
Oh, dude. I saw one of the craziest shows in my life. I always tell people about like, oh, what was the craziest show you went to? It's
Can
at
I
the Barn.
guess before you do it?
Please.
Yeah.
As at the Barn, I'll tell you that much.
Was it Rage Against the Machine at the
No.
Barn? Oh,
I did
crazier
not-
than that.
I did not see that show. I didn't get to go to that show, but it was at the Barn. It was Voodoo Glow Skulls. Oh. So hometown show for Voodoo, and I think it was already after Who Is This Is. It was like they
yeah,
had
it was
just
before
released-
Firm, right? It was
No,
right
I
when
think they
Firme
had
came
just
out.
related Firme, and they were
Okay.
like touring on it or whatever.
Sorry,
Dude.
pause. I just white guyed the title of that.
You
I
did,
called it
Firm.
Firm. It's Firme.
Firme.
I wasn't gonna call you out.
Yeah, no, you can call me out on this show. I don't care. But remember they released it in,
I threw,
in all
I threw the
Spanish
Latin
too.
I threw the Latin flair on it. I said Firme.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was so
And they
bonkers.
played things double speed.
Well, yeah, they
twice
were,
as fast.
They were all stupid fast, but there was a pit up front.
Mm-hmm.
There was a pit in the back. There was dudes hanging and jumping off of the rafters. Like literally just doing
Those
pull-ups
rafters are
off the
dirty
rafters
too, man.
and just I mean, they had chicken wire up there to prevent people from doing it, and they were still up there.
You're not
Yeah.
going to stop that.
I thought they were going to shut down. And there's, you know, because there was like that area where people like just wanted to watch the show would sit back by the bar. Nope,
Yeah.
just
Not
started a
when
mosh
Voodoo's
pit.
there.
Luckily, I
No.
was on one of the benches on the side, standing up on the bench, so I could see everything that was
Yeah.
happening. Just the energy in that room was just bonkers. It was so crazy.
put a
And-
size reference to it. There was not enough room for there to be 3 separate pits in that place, and
Yeah.
there would be.
Not at all.
No.
What was the capacity on that place?
I don't even
Maybe
remember.
400,
I don't even
maybe.
remember. But if I had to like square footage estimate it, maybe 1,500.
Yeah.
No,
Like
it's smaller. Than
one
that,
and a
dude.
half times my house, basically. We have a tiny house, and so it's like, it's.
Oh, you mean
not-
square foot? Excuse me. Yeah.
The floor. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking person wise. I was gonna say there's no way it holds 1,500 people.
No, like
But no,
1,500
you're right.
square foot. Like,
Yeah.
just not very big at all.
Yeah.
That place. I wish someone would
love
make a
that place.
documentary about that place
Because
because that's where
they're doing a showcase one.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, they're trying.
Dude, see,
They
this
just need it
is
to be sourced.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
The barn closing. I think I was there for the last show, and I ended up getting punched in the face by someone who would become my band member, which
That's
was interesting.
That's actually a good story.
Yeah.
That's actually like a really cool last like show. And now he's my friend.
He was like Travis Barker's side band. He was like that last thing.
Oh,
Whoever they were, I don't know. And I really don't remember because they weren't the headlining band that night. But it was just an interesting thing that place that meant so much to everyone growing up,
Yep.
at least my group of friends.
Yeah.
Like if you were in a band in high school, the barn was where you got shows.
Yeah.
Unless if you couldn't get shows there, which I never could until I joined someone else's band that
Yeah.
worked harder, I guess. Like I wasn't getting shows there. And once I finally did, I was like, dude, Voodoo was on this stage.
Yeah.
Rage was on No Doubt was on this stage. Like Incubus was on this stage.
Yeah. There were so many.
Remember the
like,
Sick and
crazy-
Twisted punk and metal show?
Yeah. On our
was
birthday,
cool.
wasn't it?
I think so. It was like an all day thing. Like there was like 20 bands that played. It was like
Yep.
all freaking day.
I remember
that the
was
one-
somewhat a miserable experience for me.
Was that the
'Cause
one where the
being-
news came?
Huh?
Which one was it? You ended up on TV.
No.
Fox
I don't-
7 News, wasn't it? They're like punk
Yeah,
rock's
where they had that
dangerous. Like,
week long expose
Yeah.
on punk shows and things. And it's
nothing was wrong.
Were they really?
they were trying so hard to
I went
get
to high
like,
school the next day, and some girl's like, "I saw you on the news last night." And I was like, "Yeah, well,
What do you guys do? I don't know. Maybe just come here and hang out.
famous.
I'm just punk rock." Yeah, no, that was fun.
Those people try to make things worse than they are anyways.
Yeah, like Donahue. So I went to that Rage show.
Man,
Did you go to that show?
no.
Dude, that show was cool.
It sold out in half a second.
Dude, it didn't matter. I went anyways. I don't know what. I just convinced my dad, hey, Dad, take me. Anytime I went to the bar, my dad was dropping me off. Oh, yeah, have a good time. Here's some money. Dude, I went. And I remember standing in line by myself, and there was this dude in a suit. He's like straight up, he was in a suit, like tie. He had to be like, I don't know, maybe his late 20s or something. I'm like 15, or I don't know how old I was. He's just like, all right, man, we're getting in the show, man. Even if they still no one's getting here, we're gonna bum rush this door. And I'm like, I just thought the word bum rush is really hilarious. And you think like, what the heck is bum rush? But everyone would say, we're gonna bum rush the stage. Like,
bums rush.
I don't
on
see
people?
bums rushing. They're usually just kind of walking slothily.
They're hanging.
Anyways, but so I get in. They're like, all right, we open. We had they had a few more tickets. You get in there and it's like dark. And there was a few opening bands. I don't know who it was. But then Rage Against the Machine plays and it's like dark.
One
and
of the best live bands
dude,
ever.
It exploded. That whole room was a mosh pit. And I was scared because he's all, Richard Nixon is dead. It's just all, boom. You're just like, no.
What did I do?
Yeah, that was crazy. But
I was
yeah.
like a kid going to see Slayer by yourself. You're like, what?
What's happening?
I wouldn't have dared.
So you would get in the pit then, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I had a good time, but I wouldn't get too crazy. Like anytime, unfortunately, man, maybe I shouldn't even bring it up, but
No,
it was a
please.
reality of the time.
No,
you would have to
do
go
it.
to these punk rock shows, especially the hardcore shows like
Yeah.
DI and stuff like that. Even if these bands were anti, you would always get like Nazi skins that would show
yeah.
up to these shows. Even ska shows, which I thought was interesting because
Yeah,
they always
that
literally
was
get
weird.
their
They
head
did, but
kicked in.
they did. They just want to get there and fight, dude.
Yeah, they would go there and fight, and they would always get beat up.
Yeah.
Especially you can't go to like a voodoo show and be a Nazi skin. Like you were going to get the crap kicked out of you.
Yep. You will.
But there was always those dudes, and they were exactly what you would think they sound like. They were just like meatheads, and they would stand in the middle. There'd be like three of them. And they would just hit you as you went around the circle.
Yeah.
That I didn't appreciate.
Those guys
Obviously.
get taken out though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, really, like when you're a teenager, it's been a while, but when you're a teenager, you have built up stuff that you don't know why you're there,
Yeah.
where it's coming from, but you're like, I'm getting in this thing.
Yeah.
I got to do it.
Yeah.
But then I see like the new ones where they do, what is it, like the Wall of Doom or Wall of Death?
Wall of Death, and then
I can't do that.
Well,
So that was a little
all
too
these kids
beyond
that
me.
do hardcore dancing now, it's like it's not a mosh pit. It's just a bunch of kids standing in an open circle, like literally
Swinging,
doing
dude.
like karate moves.
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah, but they get in the formation. It's kind of cool, dude. I remember going to see like a hardcore like show at Showcase, dude. And I think it was Terror, and they went off, dude. And I remember getting clocked in the jaw, and my jaw was like I got swollen because I got clocked, but it wasn't out of anger. Someone just got hit me. And I was too close. Dude,
it was like, was it Strife? Did you go to the Strife show?
No, I didn't go straight. It was Terror. It was Terror and
Strife was like the backpack kids.
NIV. Yeah,
The hoodies.
the backpack kids. That's right, dude.
I don't know if I'm going home tonight.
Yeah.
Where they wore like raver pants, but like they were like total hardcore.
No,
I
they
don't
just
remember that.
they would just Dickies and white t-shirt, but they'd have a backpack with them because they was just like that's life, dude.
Right.
That's
Pack
how it
it
was
up.
when I saw Helmet. I saw Helmet at the
Are you kidding
showcase.
me? Dude, Paige Hamilton.
Someone let off some pepper spray,
Nice, dude.
and it made the band really mad.
Yeah.
Because that was an enclosed area. There was no back.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, pepper spray.
Didn't hurt nobody, dude.
I was more, I think I related more to the backpack kids. Like,
Yeah.
I want to like feel, and that was what I really liked about like the New York influence stuff, because back there, they didn't separate the hip hop from the punk rock.
It was
and from-
community. It was all
Yeah.
just a community.
It was all just like an outsider's game.
Yeah.
Like if you weren't what considered was like, upper class, spoon in your mouth type of thing, silver spoon.
Yeah.
No, like the hip hoppers, the punk rockers, the hardcore kids, they were all in the same scenes, skateboarders. So I agreed with that. I identified with that more. Like just kids jumping and just like letting it out.
Yeah.
It was more art based. I feel like
And
New
there's-
York at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like New York had a better like community sense with like
Yeah.
the music,
For sure.
because I feel like it would sometimes like bleed in, maybe not like influence but like the attitude is
Yeah.
what was there. So, and then West Coast is kind of lame sometimes.
But we
sounds
totally
stupid over
ripped
here.
it though. All my
Yeah.
friends that were skateboarders, like we all thought that we were reenacting the movie Kids and
Skate
Oh
punks.
my god.
yeah, like just we're all like these hardcore kids, but we
Yeah.
were listening to hip hop because we wanted to be like a minority so bad. And
Oh, man.
just a bunch of not total posing. It was just like what we were about. But
Yeah,
it
but you know,
just-
when you're a kid, you don't know, man. You're just trying to figure it out. But
Yeah.
I get you though.
You're just trying to figure.
You're just trying to figure out life.
Well, you said
Cool.
listening to records.
Yeah.
Has anyone listened to any good records or bought or listened to any good records?
Nothing new. I've just been listening to older stuff. I'm still kind of in this
Same.
funk
The
from
old
the last show.
wormhole. The old wormhole.
The wormhole, yeah, man. It was just kind of like listening to this list that we put together, and then again, I was going through the old Thursday record, and then I'm just so weird, man. I'll just go on tangents, dude. Like Guns N' Roses, still. It just depends on the day, dude. Because I'll hear something, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, Blondie. I was listening to Blondie the other day, like
Heck
just
yeah, dude.
yeah. It's I'm just a mess musically. I was listening to
I'm a
that
musical
band you told me
mess.
about the cop. What was it called? Police Show or what the heck is the name of that band again?
Police truck.
It's like
Dead
Kavinsky,
Kennedys?
but not Kavinsky.
Time Cop.
Time
1983.
Cop. Time Cop. That's freaking great.
I remember seeing an interview with which is the guy in the BC Boys, Ad Rock, maybe the guy with the screech voice.
That's Mike Diamond.
Mike Diamond.
Oh no, okay,
it
Ad
is
Rock.
Ad
You're
Rock.
right. You're right.
Yeah, Ad Rock was on like some show in New York, like Breakfast Club or something, a hip hop show. And he was just like, oh yeah, they asked him the same question. What are you listening to these days? He's like, I just listen to 70s reggae.
Nice.
Or something like that. Like, that's all. There's so much old catalog to
Yeah.
listen to. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
But that's interesting because that's all I do. When I listen to music, which is rare these days since we have podcasts now,
Yeah.
I think I've been going back to old hip hop, like old Public Enemy, old Wu-Tang, like
Enemy
Golden
number
Era
one.
stuff, Golden Age, like whatever they call it. But there's good new hip hop that I've been listening to a lot lately, even within the past couple of years, like
It exists.
Aesop Rock.
Okay. 'Cause
Aesop Rock
any
is
new
lit-
hip hop I've heard is absolute trash.
No, Aesop Rock is good. He has another group called Hell Mary Marin. It's good.
All right. I'll have to give some of these a whirl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude,
kind of
for
what I'm
real.
listening to right now.
Send those to me like with correct spelling so I can put them on the show notes because
Okay.
yeah, it'd be nice to I'm trying
Aesop
to-
Rock's part of Rhyme Sayers, which is a Midwest thing, even though he's a New Yorker. It's kind of old, but the Run the Jewel stuff is so good.
Word.
LP and Killer Mike. So
Word, word,
good.
word.
All right, you know what I was listening to? I'm just trying to be super transparent with my friends. Like I ain't trying to hide anything. There's a lot of stuff for the kids. I'm like, oh, can we listen to the Spider-Man song? Misfits, Americana by The Offspring. That record,
Really?
I like that record.
No shame in
I don't
it,
care.
dude.
Some people are
Yeah.
Offspring. I don't care. I was listening to an Epitaph sampler. So there's a lot of new stuff on there. It was actually really good.
A newer sampler.
The old
Yeah, they still do
Punkaramas.
them. They still do them, man. And samplers are how I saw so much new music, man. But yeah, I was listening to like Architects and like
Ooh.
Touché Amore. And so that, yeah, there's the Time Cop and then
Architects, dude, it's so good.
The Architect.
Architects
Childish
got a new-
Gambino. I was listening to that earlier in the week.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, The
Architects got a
Cure.
new record coming out.
They do? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why that's probably what was on the sampler.
Does The Cure have a new record coming out?
No. The Cure
Are they
doesn't.
still a thing?
Yeah, but they just kind of do
they
these
still a
long
thing?
4-hour shows, the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, gosh.
Exhausting.
I can't even
I saw
do...
him at Riot Fest. I was like, okay, I heard the hits. I gotta go.
Yeah,
Right.
Saves the Day. I was listening to Saves the Day. They only
Yeah.
have 2 good records.
Well, I've been hitting up some different genres, but I can't give a rating on anything, but I can tell you like, okay, so some pop punk. If you're into any pop punk, listen to Seaway. They just SEAWAY
Okay.
released a new album called Vacation. It's pretty good. There's a group called 4 Year Strong. They released a new record called Some of You Will Like, I forget what it's called. Some of You Will Like This, Some of You Won't. And it's really interesting because they're kind of more of like a pop punk kind of hardcore band. And they did this album that's like almost, it's still got lots of instrumentation in it, but it's more like acoustic-y, poppy stuff. It's kind of interesting. I haven't really fully absorbed that one, but I've been way into a band called Neck Deep lately.
You're neck deep and neck deep.
Yeah, neck deep, technically, yeah. No, they're so cool, like really good pop punk. Their newest one's called The Peace and the Panic. Just really good, like melodic pop punk.
That's a good title.
So there's those. There's like the kind of 80s kickback electronic stuff that I've been telling Justin about, which is Time Cop 1983 and The Midnight.
Midnight.
Kind of going back to David Bazan. He has a group. It's him and I think another cat from Page of the Lion and then two guys from Starflyer 59.
Okay.
And they have a group called Lotom, Lotom. And the album's just self-titled. That's a pretty cool little record. I haven't like fully absorbed it, but on the first spin, it's pretty damn good. There is an artist that I've liked that I've actually a year late on this record, but his name's Jamie Liddell. It's called Building a Beginning. It's super, super cool. Like almost like bring like Stevie Wonder, like 70s kind of funk, but kind of poppy. It's just super good. He's got a great voice and good songwriting. New Queens of the Stone Age, which I haven't listened.
I was going to bring that up. I
haven't listened to it yet, but the new Architect single you mentioned, that you heard something by them. They have a new single called Doomsday that's like got me real excited for their new record. Frightened Rabbit, one of my favorites, released a new 3-song EP last Friday. And Hot Water Music, another one of my favorites, who I'm going to see.
I saw them live.
Really?
2 Fridays from now, released their new album just this past Friday.
Nice. Dang.
Called Light It Up.
It's funny. I was listening
Is
to an
music
older...
good again?
What? Here's the thing. Music's always been good. It's just...
No, you're right.
It's
but
good. It's just getting to the point where it's so saturated because everyone's like, you can do it yourself now.
Yeah.
So there's just so many
You just
good
need
things
to,
coming
you
out
just
there.
need to
It's hard
listen
to
to
keep up
friends.
with. Yeah.
You just listen to this show and tell people, like,
Oh,
what's a
yeah.
good band?
Yeah.
You don't need to listen to... You know what made me really mad? My wife did something terrible. Start listening to Ariana Grande in the house. Like, I don't want to hear that.
No one wants to hear no Areola Grande.
I just don't... I miss... It just doesn't sound good. It doesn't feel like it's thought... Like someone thought about making that music.
No.
Someone just like, oh, here we go. Sing this hook, did it. And sorry, if you're an Ariana Grande fan, that's cool. Like, whatever. I just don't appreciate it. I don't want it in my house.
Don't
put it on my playlist.
pull the man card. Occasionally you have to do that.
I've been bumping a little bit of country. I'm going to say it. But it's good country.
You're a country bumpkin?
What's
'cause
good country?
Country
It's
bump.
Explain
like...
this.
I mean, I would consider City and Color almost somewhat country-ish with like
Yeah,
country
they're
twang.
on- they're on the spectrum.
Okay, anyways, there's a group called Honey Honey that's like...
Honey boo boo.
no.
What's up?
It's just a
Honey,
guy and a
honey.
girl, and they kind of have like it's kind of country-ish indie rock. But the girl in the band, her name is Suzanne Santo, released a indie record, independent record on her own called Ruby Red, produced by Butch Walker, one of my favorites.
There you go.
And it's a really, really good, solid record. I've been kind of rekindling my love for the White Buffalo lately, so I'd consider that country. And then Hank III released the greatest hits recently, so I had to kind of give that a spin. But I'd say a little country, good country.
I feel like that would be the country that I agree with. The more gritty, real life.
Yeah,
That feels
I've
like
been stuck
that's
on
would
Chris
be-
Stapleton too. I don't know if you've heard Chris Stapleton. Holy crap, dude! His newest record, From a Room, or From a Room. Sorry, it's not From a Room. It's From a Room because I heard a recent podcast that he was on. And it was like a room in a certain studio, and there's B room and C room. Whatever. That's where
gotcha.
they recorded
Nice.
it. That's cool. Yeah, well, props to Chris Shiflett from the Foo Fighters. Has a really great podcast called Walking the Floor, and he's got some really amazing. Like he gets in some interviews with some great guests.
Yeah.
I listened to the recent one with Chris Stapleton, and like. Just it's really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of like a surf bro guy. Hey, I'm on the road with Foo Fighters. I'm touring, blah blah blah. But he really asked some really great questions, and it's cool hearing him as a musician relate to other musicians and get in. He had one with Butch Walker also, which was really interesting. So
I was gonna say that new Foo Fighters record. I'm not a huge Foo Fighters fan,
Is
Yeah.
it good?
but the track I heard the other day was really good. It was interesting. It didn't sound like a Foo Fighters song, but it was a Foo Fighters. Like it didn't sound like they were typical like
they went
Monkey Ranch.
They went like
something.
a different route. I know they worked with somebody. I want to say they had a producer they brought in that was like someone you wouldn't expect. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to recall off the top of my head, but I'm interested.
Yeah, I definitely want to give it a listen just because I liked what I heard. I was like, man, that's cool. So, all right, guys, it's about that time.
Yeah.
to wrap it up. Eric, thank you for being here, man.
Wrap it up.
It's always good to
Thank
have you on
you.
here.
I'm trying to learn this stuff. So
Yeah.
I
Tell us,
appreciate it.
plug some stuff. Do you want to plug anything, buddy?
Plug things.
I don't know how to plug things. That's the thing. This is my long life struggle is
Yeah.
I don't know how to make things accessible to other people.
What's your
But that's
social
what we're here for.
network handle on Instagram? How can they find you?
I turned off my phone so it wouldn't go off during the podcast. So
Well,
it's Eric
check our show
Patrick
notes.
Melville, Melvi, I believe. And I do have a YouTube channel, and I'm just figuring that out myself because it's kind of themed, but it won't always be themed, but just really on
Can we pull the curtain away a little bit here? Eric's
Yeah.
working on getting a podcast
Off the
going.
ground.
And it'll be part of Let's Go's like universe of family.
let's hope so.
And
Let's
so-
hope I have an actual knack for it.
Yeah. So he's trying to, and it's good. He's got good stuff. He's going to be talking to people about just some stuff like him talking
Life.
with people who do things in life and stuff like that. So it's exciting. And so we just
I'm
want
excited.
we want him to do well in that.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for
and
your
you're, and you're always
support.
good on the show.
Yeah.
Probably
I
have you
appreciate
back.
it. I love it. I love talking.
I know.
So there we go.
Oh, when we started the
Word of
show,
mouth.
Eric's like, I don't know what to say today. I'm like, dude, just talk. All you do is talk.
Just run your mouth.
You just run your mouth. You're like the perfect person to do this. So I'm glad that you came on today.
Thank
So-
you. No, I'm really glad I'm here.
Yeah.
And I love you both.
Aw,
and I love you guys.
Oh, well, there we go. Oh, well, there we go. All the hearts and loves.
Yes,
and
Elton
stuff.
John, I can feel the love tonight.
I can feel the love tonight. So, hey, if you're feeling the love, please visit www.letsgocast.com and check out
leave
the
some
merch
love.
tab.
And also leave some love.
Oh, yeah, I'm kidding.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
getting to that.
I'm going to let
But-
Justin handle this.
Yeah, buy some merch because that helps the show. If you like the show and you're like, man, I am an appreciator of this show, show the world, and buy a t-shirt, get a mug, get a hat, get some stickers or whatever you want to do. You can do that on www.letsgocast.com/merch. All purchases go and help make the show better and pay for it and make it happen for us. That'd be great.
snap.
And you look way
snap.
better in the fashion department. So a fashion upgrade is due your way. Also, if you can head to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review, that would be super helpful, and it helps put us up in the ratings. And make sure you leave a comment. Leaving a comment, that's like
Yeah.
the best part, because people read the comments, they're like, oh, should I listen to
Don't
this
just
show?
put 5 stars. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's great.
as appreciated as that is. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Use your originality.
Yeah.
Take 2 minutes. Type
That's
something.
like, don't wash my windows and don't put gas in the tank. Like,
Even if it's
put
like
a little gas in there.
5 stars. Gotta go. Like, that's all I want
That's
to
all you
hear.
gotta do.
Actions and words.
Actions and
Both.
words, right? So you got to do both. And so it'll take you 5 minutes, and we've made it very simple for you. So now that you're at www.letsgocast.com, just click on the show link, and I have a link right there. You just click on it, pink, and it'll open everything up. And you don't have to have any type of like Apple device. You just, iTunes is for
Gotta
everybody.
clickety-click-clack.
But iTunes is where it matters for us and the show. So do that. Follow us on social media
Let's
at
go.
Let's Go Podcast. We actually updated the name because we're able to claim youtube.com/Let's Go Podcast. And so follow us there, and follow us on
That's
Twitter at
what
Let's
you
Go
need.
Podcast and Instagram at Let's Go Podcast. Check out our sister show, Let's Go Comic Show. That is also on Instagram and Twitter, and also on our website. So check that out if you're super nerdy like myself and not like Eric or Kelly. Hang out with me and Matt and do that on the weekly. So my name is Justin.
My name's Kelly.
And I am Eric.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
When the shores are clear, when music's loud, this ain't a Broadway fight, it's from the choices, very funny how like it's tourists, keep the poker, it's getting fun.